Perfect World picked up Gigantic, Tree of Savior has officially gone free to play. All that and more, I'm Zach Sharps, and this is Free to Play Weekly. First up in the news this week, Jagex announced that they will be launching the strategy card game Chronicle RuneScape Legends on May 26th. Alongside this launch comes a Steam launch as well. And those of you who don't know Chronicle, it's a mix of a standard collectible card game but on a board. Another unique aspect of it is in order for you to build up your own power, you have to destroy the units that you place to utilize their effects or gain their currency. Overall, I found the game to be quite fun and definitely recommend it if you're looking for something a little bit different than what's currently out there. For those of you slashing up the lands of Swordsman Online, you'll be happy to hear that Perfect World Entertainment showed off its newest class in its upcoming expansion called Lone Wanderer. The high-flying Falconer class rides its bird like a surfboard, which is pretty badass. Lone Wanderer adds a lot more to Swordsman than just one class. You'll also see an increased level cap, glass weapons, new endgame quests and maps, and a whole lot more. Pretty sizable update for the game and should keep current players busy for quite a while. Speaking of Perfect World, they seem to have been busy this week as they decided to add Motiga's action MOBA Gigantic to their lineup of titles. With this move, Perfect World will allow Motiga to expand the title just beyond the Windows 10 platform by utilizing the Arc Games platform. The game will still launch, of course, on Xbox One as well. In the announcement, Chris Chung of Motiga stated that they are thrilled to work with Perfect World and that they share their vision. This is great news for those looking forward to Gigantic because it did seem very grim there for a while, and with Perfect World adding the title to their portfolio, it honestly might have saved it. Although, now when inquiring customer support, players might be thanked for playing Star Trek Online, like I was when I inquired for support in Neverwinter. Still puzzled by that mix-up. To wrap up Perfect World news this week, because there was a lot of it, in the recent trend of MMOs being ported to console, it appears Perfect World feels it's time for Star Trek Online to follow suit. According to the announcement, the console launch will offer 6 years of currently existing content as well as an updated engine and modified UI. Players checking it out on consoles can look forward to having 130 featured episodes and allow them to play alongside well-known characters from the Star Trek universe. This move really isn't that surprising though, considering they have already brought Neverwinter, speak of the devil, onto Xbox One. It does appear that that move was successful enough for another one of their titles to move over as well. There's no date for this release just yet, but there is a question of the week. Last week on the show, I asked if VR could be a new domain for free-to-play titles. A user by the name of MadDemon64 stated the following: I do not believe that free-to-play will ever have any part in the experience. The entrance fee for VR is already very steep, both because you need to buy the VR equipment and you need a very beefy computer to run VR programs. This will significantly reduce the number of people who have VR systems, and since VR games rarely ever last long in niche markets, that will likely prevent free-to-play games catching on with VR developers. Thanks for your guys' responses, and if you want your comment possibly featured in next week's episode, be sure to leave a comment down below. This week's question is, do you believe more MMOs should test the waters of the PS4 and Xbox One? Why or why not? Interested to hear what you guys think, because I'm not sure how many of you guys actually own these consoles. I own a PS4 myself, used to own an Xbox One, but what about you guys? To finish off the show this week, for those anticipating Tree of Savior, you'll be happy to hear that IMC Games has officially transitioned it to free-to-play. As you guys may have known, the game was in a pretty long head start period, which caused a bit of controversy, unless you ended up buying a Founders Pack, that is. In addition to this, the developer has also opened up a new Southeast Asia server called Verena. Don't know what Tree of Savior is? Well, many dub it the spiritual successor to Ragnarok Online because of its action RPG style play, ridiculous amount of classes, I mean there's a shit ton of them, and many levels for you to grind. Now that it's free to play, I'll likely be checking out a bit further. Did play it in its closed beta and did enjoy it quite a bit, but what about you guys? Speaking of checking things out, you guys know what time it is. Be sure to head on over to the giveaways page, bookmark it, and check it daily to ensure you never miss one. As for myself, if you wish to stalk me, you can do so on Twitter at Zach Sharps, which is linked down below in the description. But as always, signing out until next week's show, my name is Zach Sharps, and I'll catch you guys next time.